God can use you. So let's go to Genesis chapter 17, verses 5 through 6, then 15 through 19. Okay. Your name will no longer be Abram, exalted father, but your name will be Abraham, father of many, because I have made you the father of many nations, many nations. I will cause you to be very fruitful. I will make nations of you. Kings will descend from you. Now we all know Abraham was 99 years old at the time when Yahweh was telling him that he was going to be the father of many. Let's go on down to verse 15. Okay, verse 15. Okay, I don't know why I didn't mark it. God said to Abraham, as for Sarai, your wife, you are not to call her Sarai. Her name is to be Sarah. I will bless her. Moreover, I will give you a son by her. Truly, I will bless her. She will be a mother of nations. King of people will come from her. Now, he was 99, so she was 89. Because I think there was about 10-year difference there. At this, Abraham fell on his face and laughed. He thought to himself, what will a child be born to a man 100 years old? Will Sarah give birth at 90? Abraham said to God, if only Ishmael could live in your presence. Now here's where Abraham thought he was inadequate. And by physical terms, yeah, he was too old to have children. Sarah definitely was too old to have children. But see, God told him, you know what? I'm going to bless you. I'm going to make you a nation. There's going to be kings coming forth from you. And guess what? That man and woman who is too old to have a child have descendants right now that had come from his loins and from her womb. See, if you're inadequate, God can use you. Now let's go to Exodus chapter 4, verses 10 through 16. Okay. Moses said to Adonai, "O Adonai, I am a terrible speaker, always have been, and I'm no better now, even after you've spoken to your servant. My words come slowly, my tongue moves slowly." Adonai answered him, "Who gives a person a mouth? Who makes a person dumb or deaf, keen-sighted or blind? Isn't it I, Adonai? Now therefore, go and I tell you with your mouth, and will teach you what to say." But he replied, "Please, Lord, let somebody else, anyone you want." How many of us has done that? God tells us to go, tells us to do it. And we're so focused on what we think we cannot do. We hem off. We just sit there and wait. We say, "No, Lord," and we hesitate. We go, "No. Lord, send somebody else. I can't do it." At this, Adonai's anger blazed up against Moshe. He said, "Don't you have a brother, Aaron, the Levi? I know that he's a good speaker. In fact, here he is now, coming out to meet you, and he'll be happy to see you. You will speak to him and put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and his, teaching you both what to do. Thus he will be your spokesman to the people, in effect for you. He will be a mouth, and for him you will be like God." Now here, Moses' inadequacy was slow speech, maybe stutter. So these are what they told God they could not do and why they could not do it. Like God didn't already know. But you know what? Moses led a whole nation. He led the children of Israel out of bondage and brought them to, because he didn't go into the promised land, but he brought them right to the border of the promised land. And he did this in the desert. He did this with them griping and complaining. He did this with no water. He did this with very little food. See, his inadequacy didn't stop God from using him. Now let's go to Judges chapter 6, verses 12 through 16. See, is that right? Oh, it's chapter 6, 12. Okay. The angel of Adonai appeared to him and said to him, "You valiant hero, Adonai is with you." "Excuse me, sir," answered Gideon, "but if Adonai is with us, then why is all this happening to us?" I guess Gideon didn't hear when the angel called him a valiant. Called him valiant. I guess he didn't hear that. I guess, because I really thought, and where are all his miracles our ancestors tell us about when they said, "Didn't Adonai bring us up out from Egypt?" For now Adonai has abandoned us and handed us over to Midian. Adonai turned to him and said, "Go in this strength of yours and save Israel from the hands of Midian. Haven't I sent you?" Now God sent him and told him, go deliver Israel. Go deliver them. But Gideon answered him, "Forgive me, my Lord, but with what am I to save Israel? Why, my family is the poorest in Manasseh, and I'm the youngest person in my family's house." Lord, we're poor. And I'm just small. I'm little. I'm the youngest. I don't know nothing. I'm still wet behind the ears. Adonai said to him, "Because I will be with you, you will strike down Midian as easily as they were just one man." What is Adonai saying to him? I don't want to hear you're poor. I don't want to hear that you're the youngest in your family. I called you. Your inadequacy doesn't stop me. Now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 4 through 8. Here is the word of Adonai that came to me. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I separated you for myself. I have appointed you to be a prophet to the nations. I said, "Oh Adonai, Elohim, I don't even know how to speak. I'm just a child." But Adonai said to me, "Don't say I'm a child, for you will go to whomever I send you, and you will speak whatever I order you. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you, says Adonai, to rescue you." Your age ain't got nothing to do with it. Adonai can call. Just because you think your age makes you inadequate doesn't mean that God has to buy into that either, you know. God says, "I'm going to call you." He can call you at 10 or at 100. Let's go to Luke chapter 5, verses 8 through 11. When he saw this, Shimon Kepha fell at Yeshua's knees and said, "Get away from me, sir, because I'm a sinner." For astonishment had seized him and everyone with him at the catch of fish they had taken. And likewise both Yaakov and Yochanan, Shimon's partners. "Don't be afraid," Yeshua said to Shimon. "From now on you will be catching men alive." And as soon as they had beached their boats, they left everything behind and followed him. Now, just like all of us, Peter was a sinner before his interaction with Yeshua. But get this, just like a lot of us, instead of staying there, because he was a sinner, he wanted to get away. He didn't think he was good enough to be around Yeshua. He thought his sin kept him away, so he didn't want Yeshua around him. He said, "I'm not good enough because I'm a sinner." But here's the thing, to all you out there that hasn't given your hearts to God yet, in your sinful state is when you need to seek Him, when you need to look for Him, when you need to get in there on your knees and repent. Instead of running from Him, get on your knees and repent. Because the truth be known, none of us is good enough. But He has made it possible for us to approach Him. So stop running. So he was a sinner, so he thought he was inadequate because he was a sinner. But God still used him. Of course, he had to repent just like all of us. Of course, he had to go and be born again just like all of us. But God had it in his heart. God already knew he was going to use Peter. He already knew that. God, right in his most simple act, whatever that may have been, God had already planned and pulled him apart and set him apart to be used. Now, why did God do this? Why did he pick all these people that was inadequate? They were valid inadequacies. They were valid inadequacies. Abraham was too old. Moses, maybe he was slow of speech, or maybe he just thought he was. I don't know. Jeremiah, he said he was young, so he could have been. Luke was simple. Well, yeah, he was. Before he met Yeshua and stuff, yes, he was. So was the rest of us. Gideon was from a poor family, and poor families don't always have the things, the tools they need to do things. They don't always have it. So that could have been, but God went and used them. When he could have called the well-equipped, when he could have called the ones that was already trained and everything. And I'm sure he's done that too. But why did he call them? Why does he call those? And I'm the same way. I had my inadequacies. I was raised, when I was young, I was shy, bashful, looked more down at my feet than I did up at people's faces, muttered more than I spoke, stood back. See, I had my inadequacies. And I'm sure some of y'all out there has had y'all's too. But let me show you why God will choose somebody that is inadequate. Whether it's a true inadequacy or just in their mind. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 7 through 9. Therefore, to keep me from becoming overly proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh. A messenger from the adversary is pounded away at me, so that I wouldn't grow conceited. 3 times I begged the Lord to take the thing away from me. Now here's the reason. But he told me, my grace is enough for you, for my power is brought to perfection in weakness. Therefore, I am very happy to boast about my weakness, in order that the Messiah power will rest upon me. Let me put it down to you this way. God gets the glory. You can't get the credit because of your abilities. None of these people could get the credit because of their abilities. None of them could get the credit because of somebody else helping them. It was all God. And because it was all God that made it possible for them to do that was normally impossible for them, God got the glory, but they got the victory. And that's the same with the rest of us. He can call the equipped. He can call the equipped. He can call those that are strong. He can call those that are trained for it. They can call those that has a provision to do things with. And I'm sure that he has. But he likes call those that are smaller, weaker, less trained, with less provision. Because when it's all said and done, nobody can say, I did it. Instead, they have to say, God did it through me.